Hello and welcome. Welcome to Total Body Reboot Level 2. I'm Dr. Nicole Anderson, and I can't wait to take you through this workout. It's going to be good for me and good for all of you. So just getting my Zoom crew logged in and starting that meeting here. So in addition to offering these classes free on YouTube Live, I also have a paid membership option where you can get coaching and feedback through a Zoom room class, and it runs at the same time as this class. So if you're ever interested in that, you can go to my website and sign up for it. First week is free. So let's see, just pulling up my Friday class. Okey-doke. Getting these guys good. All right, so as far as equipment goes, you don't actually need any equipment for this class. You can do all the exercises without the equipment. However, if you do have a stability ball and if you have some bands, that would be great. It might be appropriate for you for some of these exercises. And if you have them, just grab whatever bands you've got at home. If you've got a mini band, if you've got some of these longer bands here, whatever colors you've got, bring them. And we're going to be using some bands today. We're going to use the stability ball. But again, if you don't have them, stay tuned. You can still participate in the class. I'll just give you some modifications. So the idea for this class was born out of recognizing that a lot of people that come into my clinic with sports-related injuries, like they strain their hamstring while surfing or playing soccer, or they're having hip pain when they run or pain in their knee when they run. A lot of these injuries are just because there's muscle imbalances going on, and there's some key things that could be actually addressed in a class. So I thought, hey, let's offer a class that'll just help people to know how to train appropriately. If they're the weekend warrior, if they're a college athlete, if they're a pro athlete, let's not only teach a class that's going to be appropriate for all of these things, but let's actually teach people. I want to teach you how to train effectively for your sport. What do you need to do? Why do you need to do it? So you're going to learn about that in this class. Also, sometimes there's a pain or a stiffness issue, and sometimes that stiffness isn't going to release with a lacrosse ball or massage. Sometimes you need something a little bit more therapeutic, a little bit more specific. And we actually I teach, and so does Yvette, one of my instructors, we teach a class called the Ease Pain and Stiffness Now. And it's a combination of different ways to use a soft ball and a soft roller to release stiffness and stuck connective tissue and muscle. And it also includes rebalancing the nervous system, because if your nervous system is ramped up and if your stress level's high, or if there's an imbalance in your nervous system, if there's an imbalance in the way your nerves are communicating with your brain, then that can cause stiffness, that can cause protectiveness in certain areas of your body that doesn't allow for proper movement. And there's ways to release that. So we teach that in our Ease, Pain, and Stiffness class. So I hope you join that class one of these times or watch one of the replays. All right, so I usually like to give just a little bit of time for people to join in and get the material in case you need it. So later today, we're going to have a Pilates class, Pilates mat class. That's actually only on Zoom. But if you're interested and you want to try it out for free, you can do so. Just go to my website. You can sign up there. Also, later on today, 2:30, I'll be teaching an Ease, Pain, and Stiffness class. So if you got interested in checking that out, go ahead and join. You can also join the Zoom class if you'd like. So I'm just going to text Emily. She helps me out at front desk, and let her know I'm missing somebody in the Zoom class. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. So if you have a band, then you can use one of these mini bands. If you don't, you can do this without, all right? But if you've got a mini band, you're going to put it on above your knees. I'm doing two. And then if you don't have one, but you do have, for example, a long TheraBand, you can just wrap that TheraBand around and tie a knot just above your knees, and then that will do the same thing for you. Okay, we're going to lay it on our back, and you're going to have your knees bent to about 30 degrees. You want to have a neutral spine here. And you'll know that you're a neutral spine if you can put your fingers under your lower back. And just nice, and your back will press down on them, but you do want to be able to slide those fingers under your lower back. All right, we're going to do a little sound because that helps you to bring in your abs. And we're going to turn your left leg out to the side like this, and then bring it back. Now, in order to keep the pelvis nice and stable, you need to squeeze your butt on the right as you turn your left leg out to the side. We're going to do 3 of those. So squeezing the butt on the right, turning the left leg out to the side. Then we're going to squeeze your butt on the left, turn your right leg out to the side. 3 of those. Okay, then we're going to bring your feet in a little bit. So now we're at about a 45-degree bend with your knees. We still want to maintain that neutral spine. And to get really good activation of your core, we're going to kind of kickstart that by doing a little sound. Press your right heel into the ground, squeezing your butt. You're going to bring that left leg out to the side 3 times, and then squeeze your butt on the left, pushing your left heel into the ground. And you're going to let that right leg fall out to the side 3 times as you're pressing against the band. So it's not really falling. You got to press against the band. So what this exercise is doing is it's waking up your deep core, the little muscles next to the spine that stabilize your spine, and your deep abs that stabilize you from the front. All right, now we want a 90-degree angle here. We're going to go drawing the abs in toward the spine, maintaining a neutral spine here. We're going to drop that leg out to the side as you're squeezing your butt on the right to keep that pelvis nice and stable. And then same thing on the right side. Squeeze your butt on the left. And we're going to drop that right leg out to the side. Nice. Now we're going to bring our leg up. And you can point your toes. This is like a Pilates tabletop position. You're going to do a sound, drawing those abs in toward the spine. And you're going to bring your leg out to the side and then come back in. And then we'll do it again. We're going to do it 3 times on this side. You got to keep your knee in line with your sits bone, which is, the bone you sit on. All right. Same thing on this side. Draw those abs in. Keep them there. You can keep talking and breathing with the abs drawn in. Okay, we're going to do it 3 times here. Nice. Okay, now we're going to come back and start over. We're going to go through this again. You want to have your knees bent about 30 degrees here. Squeezing your butt on the left. And make sure your abs are activated. So a little to draw the deep core in. I like to call it the neurocore, which is actually a melt method term. And if you're interested and curious, what is the melt method? You can check it out on my website. We're going to squeeze your butt on the right. Bring your knee out to the left 3 times. So the melt method stands for myofascial energetic length technique. Squeeze your butt on the left. Bring your right knee out to the side. And it's part of some of the things we do in our ease, pain, and stiffness class. Squeeze your butt on the right. We're going 3 times out to the side. It's a very sophisticated technique that's actually easy to learn. Okay, knees are 90 degrees bent here. Squeeze your butt on the left. Leg out to the side on the right. Squeeze your butt on the right. Leg out to the side. So what melt does is it uses a soft roller and soft balls to actually relieve your pain and stiffness. It feels good while you're doing it, and you'll get instant results. So it can't be beat. You definitely got to check out a class. All right, we're going to draw the belly button in toward your spine. One way to kind of kickstart that is to do a okay. Bring the leg out to the side 3 times. And then other side 3 times. Great. All right. Just going to check in on my Zoom crew here, see if anybody's having trouble. And then we'll keep going. So. Okay, sorry about that. So next, you're going to stay on your back, and we're going to tuck the pelvis by squeezing your butt. So you're going to squeeze your butt, keep squeezing, and that's going to tuck that pelvis. You're going to lift your hips up. You're going to stretch out your right leg nice and straight and have it be halfway down the other leg. Hold there for a breath. And then keep that leg pointed straight out as you tuck your pelvis all the way down. I can see I need to move my back just a little for my Zoom team so they can see what's happening with my pelvis. I'm going to tuck this shirt into my shorts too so you can see. So you'll see here I'm in a little bit of a neutral spine. And then we're going to tuck the pelvis as you come all the way up. Just go as high as you're comfortable going. And you're going to stretch out that right leg and then tuck your pelvis all the way down. And come back up. Hold for 3 breaths. And then keep your leg oriented halfway down the other leg as you tuck all the way down. Right? And we're going to tuck all the way up again. Hold. You're going to have your left leg about halfway down. And then tuck that pelvis all the way down. We're going to lift up, tucking the pelvis as we go up. Stretch out that leg. Tuck all the way down. One more time. Stretch out that leg. Tuck all the way down. Nice. All right, next we're going to use, turn my hair up real quick. We're going to use one of these long bands. So if you have a band that's got loops on it, that would be ideal. And if you don't, just try to make some quick loops. If you don't have a band, you can do this without the band. I like these CLX bands because they have multiple loops in them, and there's all kinds of options of things you can do with them. So I'm going to put my foot in the end loop, and then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 loops. So right leg is in the loop, left hand is in a loop. We're going to do swimmer's prep, which is a Pilates exercise. It's also called bird dog in physical therapy lingo. So you want to have your knees right under your hips. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Tuck your chin. We're going to press that right leg out and pull, abs in. Reach your left arm up. Hold for a breath. And come in. Okay, we're going to do that 10 times. So common mistakes people will make with this exercise, they'll be leaning over to one side. You want to make sure that you're feeling your weight even between your left knee and your right hand. Now I'm going to make it a little more challenging. I'm going to shorten it up a bit. I'm going to do 10 this way. So squeezing the shoulder blades together, abs in. So this just wakes up all these little core stabilizers. And by doing it with a band, you actually get some better activation than doing it without. Same thing on the other side, switching sides. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Doing 10 of these. Great, and shorten it up, make it a little more challenging. This works an X chain from your right shoulder to left hip, which is very important for stability in athletics. Okay, I'm going to move up now to a little bit more challenging band. I'm doing one more set of 10 each side. We're just kind of warmed up into this. So if you ever wonder what the levels of bands are, there's yellow, red, green, blue, black, gray, gold. All right, we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep your chin tucked, head and neck nice and long. Abs in. A little bit of a neutral spine. Doing 10. So if you don't have a band, you can use without the band. And you'll notice that my foot isn't very high off the ground. That's on purpose. Because that actually, by keeping the foot low, it activates the little muscles that stabilize your spine much better than if you were to lift your leg high. All right, we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together. And make sure you're not leaning. If you are doing this left leg, right arm, don't lean to the right. Keep your weight even between your left hand and your right leg. All right. Nice. So now we're going to go ahead and pop up, do some things standing. So pull your knee to your chest, pop up onto your toes, come back down. Just going to alternate here. We're going to go through a little 10-minute dynamic warm-up. Great warm-up for before you go out for a surf, before you go for a run. It's actually important to warm things up. Helps prevent injury. And it's going to actually enhance your performance. So if it doesn't motivate you to prevent injury, if you think, oh, nothing will happen to me, I can relate. But just think of it like, I'm going to have a better surf sesh. I'm going to have a better run. I'm going to have a better tennis game, whatever the case might be. All right, next we're going to grab our ankle, up on our toes. Once you learn this dynamic warm-up, you can pop through it pretty quick. If you're new to this, though, you might need to go nice and easy. Take it slower than I'm moving. So go at your own pace. All right, next we're going to reach up. You're reaching for the sky. Feel that stretch across the front of your body. Really reach. Remember to pop up on your toes. Now, if you need to, you can do this without popping up on your toes. That's totally fine. But try to push yourself. Pop up on those toes. All right, we're going to do a deep lunge where you're bringing your elbow towards your ankle here. Bring your left hand around, rock back. Trying to get both knees straight. Bend your knees, and you're going to pop up. And we'll repeat on the same side. You want to do this pop up and through to get some really good glute activation for sport-specific activities. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit. You can keep moving fast if you want. But as I am going into my lunge, I'm trying to drive my elbow to my ankle. Then I'm bringing my hands around, rocking back, both knees get straight. Bending my knees again, looking straight ahead, popping up. All right, let's switch sides. So coming down, trying to get the elbow by the ankle. Just to show you from the side, my knee is in line with my ankle. And then I'm going to rock back. And then pop up. So my knee is staying in line with my ankle. Feeling that stretch through the hips. I'll do it on this side. Keep doing the same leg. You're in charge of how challenging this is by how far back your other leg is. Pay attention to technique and form. Think about what you want to have happen as you pop up. By really focusing on that, it's going to help you. Okay, now we're going to do a side lunge. As you do this, you want your knee to stay in line with your second toe, and you're going to sit back. So you activate glutes. You want to keep your chest and your hips in alignment, none of this stuff. Okay, and you're going to power off of this leg, come back up. You can use your own screen as a mirror. You're on the Zoom call. So we're going to do a number of these, and you can go as slow as you need to. All right, so if this is too quick for you, move a little slower. Keep your knee in line with your second toe. If your knees are tender, don't go as deep. All right, we're going to switch sides. Keep your hips, your shoulders in alignment here. Nice and smooth. Okay, good. Now we're going to lunge back. So I'll actually do it this way first. My right leg is in front, and I'm going to reach to the right. Looking at my hand, reaching up and over so I get a stretch through there. And by looking at my hand, that challenges my balance, as you can probably tell if you're trying it right now. Come back to the front. Lean forward, drive up. Okay, we're going to repeat. Feel that stretch across the front. So this challenges your vestibular ocular reflex, which is part of your vestibular mechanism, part of what helps you balance. All right, we're going to switch sides. Doing this dynamic warm-up regularly, like 3 times a week, will make a big difference in preventing or easing pain and stiffness in your back, neck, shoulders. So much of what ails us is because we've been doing the wrong kinds of movement or not enough movement. Now, you are in charge of how deep you go with this lunge, all right? And maybe for you, rotating is too much. Maybe you just need to work on a static lunge, popping through. That's you, that's fine. All right, now we're going to stand on our left leg. Grip the ground with your toes. You're going to slide your hand down your leg. Squeeze your butt, lift the leg up. Pelvis stays level. All right, we're going to hold and then we're going to come back up. All right, so again, use your butt, pelvis stays level, sliding your hands down your thigh. For this one, I want you to be nice and slow, under control. You can do it fast. If you're not doing it correctly, then you're going to lose the benefit. So really grip the ground with your toes. Don't let that come off the ground. And we're going to go ahead and rotate and slide your left hand down your leg. Keep that pelvis level. Come back up. If you're having trouble keeping your pelvis level, if it's wanting to do this is a common thing I see. I'll see this. People go down. Okay, and if you're doing that, I'm exaggerating a bit, but actually I do see that. So if you're doing that, it means you have stiffness in your back, and you have stiffness and weakness as well in your back. So if you've got that, one thing you could do as a compensation, you could turn your foot inward. Okay, so if I'm on my left leg, I'm going to turn my right leg in. That'll help me to maintain that proper alignment, but it's a compensation pattern. It's okay as training wheels, but we want to address that tightness and that weakness. Some of the exercises we did earlier are going to help with that. Doing this exercise that way is going to help. But you might also need to do some cupping. And I have a video on my YouTube channel, Anderson Sport Wellness, to help you learn how to do that. Use a silicone cup to really loosen up the fascia in your lower back. All right, we're going to switch sides. Sliding your hand down to your knee, kicking the other leg up. Working on that stability. Okay, let's do another set on the left. Again, working on that stability. You're going to feel it in the outside of your leg on the left. Might feel it in your glutes on the left. By the way, I used to have a really flat arch. Now I've got a decent one. And it's all because of Barefoot Science insoles, which are amazing. Definitely got to check those out. What I like about Barefoot Science insoles is they actually strengthen your foot and your leg just by wearing them. So other kinds of orthotics are a passive support. They don't do anything to strengthen the key areas. Barefoot Science actually strengthens them. So they're better than regular orthotics, for sure. All right, next one we're going to do, reaching straight out. So kind of same thing. Hinge at the hips. Only go as far as you can, keeping everything under control. Come back up. So we want to have that pelvis stay parallel with the ground. Grip the ground with your toes. Tilting forward from the hip. We're going to switch sides. Same thing here. This side's a little harder for me. I have to use my cheek on this side. A little stiff through the lower back this morning. All right, now we're going to do hand walks. Everybody's favorite. Actually, I really love these, but I'm weird. All right, I'm going to walk the hands forward. Walk them out as far as you can, keeping your core stable. And as long as there's no pain in your shoulders, you're going to walk your hands back. Feel that stretch. All right, now we're going to walk your hands out, then walk your feet to your hands. So walk those hands out as far as you're comfortable going. Now we're going to walk those feet to the hands and think about driving your heels to the ground. When you get to the top, let your head hang down, shake it back and forth. Just loosen, just allow those muscles to loosen. Allow that reverberation of that Release, go all the way to your lower back. We're going to walk our feet back, out. Good. We're going to walk our hands to our feet, feeling that pull from heel to hip. Let your head hang down and wiggle it. Okay, we're going to walk those hands back out. Walk your feet to your hands. Feel that pull from heel to hip. You're driving your heels to the ground the whole time. It's easy to cheat and not do that. Let your head hang down. Do a little easy shake. Okay, walk your feet back. Again, driving your heels to the ground. There's going to be a temptation not to do that. Okay, and walk your hands to your feet. This works and it challenges the muscles of your shoulders to help with your shoulder stability, as well as strengthening your legs with adding that flexibility component. And we're going to walk those feet into the hands. Let your head hang down. A nice little wiggle there. Feel that reverberation all the way into your back. Okay, we're walking those feet back. Feel that pull from heel to hip. Walk out as far as you can. Walking your hands to your feet. Let your head hang down. Right, we're going to walk those hands out. Again, it's a great core workout as well. Walking the feet to the hands. Let your head hang down. Okay, we're going to walk those feet back. Good. We're going to go right into a side plank now. If you are newer to fitness, if you've been a little bit out of shape, go ahead and have your elbow right under your shoulder. Bend your bottom leg. Have your foot flat here. Abs in. You're going to lift up. If you're watching from YouTube, you're going to need to decide what's going to be safe for you, what's going to be better for you. This might be a better option if you haven't been doing side planks. All right, now if you've been doing side planks, and those are pretty easy for you, I'm going to give you something to try. If you haven't been doing side planks, but you want to go to the full side plank, if there's no pain with this, you can hold this side plank for 3 breaths. Come on down, do 3 sets of 3. If you've been doing side planks and they're pretty easy for you, we're going to do a leg lift. Okay, so let's do 10 of these. Make sure to squeeze your butt, because you could do this without including the glutes, and you're going to be missing out on the full benefit of the exercise. All right, we're going to switch. So if you're newer to planks, if you haven't been doing them at all, you can go here. If you want to, if you feel like you're up for the challenge, go ahead and do them here. Hold for 3 breaths and come down and rest. Do 3 sets, or you can do the 3 breaths, rest here. Okay, and if you've been doing planks and they're pretty easy for you, then we're going to add the leg raise. Make sure your toes are pulled up. We're going to do 10 of these. And if you do this at home, I actually recommend you do it up against the wall so that you really make sure that your alignment is nice and straight. Okay, we're going to go into a front plank. Okay, squeeze your shoulder blades together, abs in. And we're going to march. Keep those abs in and march. You might get sore from this workout, but that's a good thing, right? All right, let's go back to those side planks. So again, if you're newer to fitness, start here. If you haven't been doing side planks, start here, hold for 3 breaths. Come back down, do 3 sets or 4. Just keep doing that until we're done. If you want to challenge yourself, do a full side plank, go ahead. Hold for 3 breaths, come back down. Do that as long as we go with the leg raise. We're going to do 10. Make sure you squeeze your butt, especially on the left. Most people have a sleepy left glute. So really squeeze that butt. It makes it a lot harder. And we're activating glutes, which sleepy glutes are one of the main causes of back pain or problems with your knees and hips and even ankles. Okay, let's go. 10 here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now we're going to do planks or a plank with a leg raise. Okay, squeezing those shoulder blades together, abs in. Now, a lot of people do it here, okay? But that makes it a front exercise. If we're here, we're getting some more of the back of our body. And if we lift our leg, we're getting even more of the back of our body and adding some instability to it, which is much better for the health of your back. So, you do your planks, add a little bit of a leg lift to it, and get a lot more out of it. All right, now, we haven't used our stability ball yet, but now we're going to use it. If you don't have a stability ball, you can put your feet on like a stool or a chair, footstool. But a stability ball is a good investment. There's a lot that you can do on it. I'll have to do a class that's all stability ball, just for fun. All right. I have a funny definition of fun, I know. We're going to keep the feet together. I'm having fun right now. I love exercising. All right. Feet together. Squeeze your butt. Arms across your chest. Lift up. Okay, come back down. It's normal for it to be challenging to balance. Abs in. Lifting up. Feet together. Squeeze your butt. You can do this exercise without really squeezing your butt. The other thing I want you to notice, but that's not good, don't do that. The other thing I want you to notice is draw your abs in to activate your core. Squeeze your butt, lift up, come back down. You'll have better stability. Make that sound. That'll really overactivate. It'll just like potentiate, or it's like weights for your transverse abdominis, your deepest core muscle. So squeeze your butt, and then come back down. You'll notice I was having trouble before, now it's easier. And you might notice that if you're doing it at home now. So again, the abs in, squeeze your butt, lift up, come back down. Great. I'm going to do it knees bent now. If you have a stability ball, go ahead and put your full foot on the ball so it's flat. That way we're going to activate our hamstrings a little bit more. Arms across your chest and squeeze your butt and lift up. All right, then we're going to tuck the pelvis all the way back down. Do a nice stretch through the lower back as we're strengthening. Okay, we're going to tuck that pelvis all the way up, squeezing your butt, and then tuck all the way down, squeezing your butt. Tucking all the way up, tucking all the way down. And again, we're going to do 6 of these. One more. Just feel those glutes and hammies working. With this one, make sure you're tucking all the way down. Don't skip the tuck. That's going to really improve your stability, the muscles that are required for stability of your spine. Okay, we're going to lift our hips up again, and we're going to march. And if you're newer to this exercise, you might need your elbows down for stability. That's fine. But push yourself a little bit. Try to do it without. If you fall a little bit, it's okay. That's part of getting the hang of this exercise. All right, now if you don't have a stability ball, then what I'm going to ask you to do is do these. Up and down with your foot on the chair or stool, footstool. Everybody else, your feet are on the stability ball. Like this. Keep your toes pointing straight up toward the ceiling. Squeeze your butt. We're going to come in on 2. Now, if you're new to this, go ahead and put your elbows down. We're going to go out on 1. In on 2, out on 1. In on 2, out on 1. Switch. Go out on 1, out on 1. Keep your toes pointing straight up. Don't let them wobble in or out. Great. All right, we're going to move that to the side. And then get ready for some push-ups. So, if you know your shoulders aren't ready for full push-ups, then do them on your knees like this. Okay, we're going to do 20 in a row. Keep your abs in. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, good job, you guys. Next, we're going to use one of our bands. And I'm actually going to use yellow for this one. We're going to be face down on the stability ball. And put your hands through the loops of the band. The band goes under the ball so that it holds it in place. And if you need to, wrap the band to make it a little tighter. Okay? Feet together. Squeeze your butt, abs in, tuck your chin, and we're going to raise up. Thumbs toward the ceiling. Abs in, squeeze your butt. You can do this without your butt squeeze. Make sure you're squeezing your butt. If you don't have a band, that's okay, you can still do this. If you don't have a ball, you can still do it. So, no band, no ball, no problem. Lay on your stomach. Squeeze your butt, lift your legs up. We're doing it here. This is pretty challenging by itself. All right. For the next one, no band, no ball. That's fine. Draw your abs in, squeeze your butt, lift your legs. This is what you're doing. Okay, everybody else, you've got a band and a ball. The ball's going to be on top of the band. And then put your hands through the loops. Abs in, squeeze your butt, feet together. And think of squeezing your shoulder blades down and back with this one. Breathing out as you lift. Take a little rest break. And we're going to alternate. So I'm keeping a little bit of tension on the band. Squeeze my butt together. Squeeze my feet together. It makes it very hard to stabilize. Abs in. Just doing free each side of this one. Quite challenging. Okay. So next, if you're laying on your stomach, no band. Abs in, squeeze your butt. We're going to do this. Tuck your chin, keep your head up, neck nice and long. Okay, if you're on the ball with the band, and then hang out over the ball a little ways. So it's more under your pelvis and you have to hold your upper body up. Squeeze your butt, have your feet wider for this one. So you have better stability. You're going to come up so that your elbows are in line with your shoulders. And we're going to work our external rotators of our shoulder. Rotator cuff exercise. Take a little rest break. You can 5 more. Squeeze your butt. Elbows are at shoulder height. 4, 5. Take a rest break. So if you don't have a ball and a band, just do it on the floor. Squeeze your butt. Elbows up at shoulder height. And we're pumping 5 times. Good. All right. So that will work your back, glutes, shoulders. Okay. Next, we're going to walk out to our knees on our stability ball. Abs in. Doing a decline push-up here. Now, if you want, you can go all the way out to the toes with this one. So, all the way to the toes. Push up. Walk back. And if that's easy for you, walk out your toes. Lift one leg. Push up. Walk back. Okay. Walking out some toes. Whoa, lift one leg. Push up. Walk back. Okay. Do a few more of those. I'm just going to go to my knees now. I've just got one of those in me on each side right now. But I'm going to get in shape right alongside you guys here because we're doing this class. Going out my shins. Works your lower abs. You'll feel it. Works your shoulder stabilizers. This is hurting your shoulders or your wrists. Then instead, do the hand walkouts like we were doing earlier, if that's okay with you, or just do push-ups. And you can do them on your fists like this, make it easier on your wrist. Make it easy. Okay, we're going to do another set with our feet on the ball. Or if you don't have a ball, you can put your feet on a footstool or chair. All right, legs straight, toes pointing straight up. Don't let them go out here like this. Keep them straight up. Elbows across your chest. Let's activate our deep core. And as you do that, I want you to notice if your back is flattening out toward the ground. Doing that, don't let it. Think about maintaining a little curve in your lower back while you activate your deep core. So you're going to go. Keep that curve in the lower back maintained. Arms across your chest. Squeeze your butt. Lift up. Keeping your toes pointing straight up. Come back down. Squeezing your butt. Coming up. Toes pointing straight up. Okay, if you need to, you can have your elbows down for some additional stability, but it's good to wobble because that's forcing all these little stabilizers to work. It's going to be more like what happens in sport. Now, if this is really easy for you, you can do it where you lift up, lift the leg, bring it back down. All right, so lift up, squeeze your butt, keep your foot straight up, back down. Okay, keep your toes straight up, abs in, back down. Squeeze your butt, toes straight up, lift that leg, back down. Squeeze your butt, toes straight up, lift that leg, come back down. Make sure you keep those toes straight up. I keep emphasizing it because if I work with people, when I work with people online on Zoom or in the clinic, number one cue that I'm always having to do is telling them keep their toes straight up so we get the hamstrings working evenly. Because the bias, most people will turn their leg outward, so it's a cheat. It helps them use other muscles besides just their hamstring. Okay, so now we're going to lift our hips up. We're going to pull in and stretch out one leg. 3 times, each leg, keeping those toes straight up. If you can do this without your elbows down, do so. And you are probably going to fall as you first start trying, so just keep working on it and you'll get better at it. Okay. Now we're going to do our bridge and our feet on the ball. You want your feet flat on the ball. Okay, we want to start with a neutral spine, so a little bit of arch in your lower back. Squeeze your butt so your pelvis tucks. You're going to keep tucking as you squeeze, and as you come up, and then tucking all the way down. Come back to neutral spine. Squeeze your butt, tuck, 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 all the way up. Squeeze your butt all the way down. Squeezing that butt to tuck the pelvis. And if you're doing it right, you're going to feel a shape. You get up to the top and focus on hollowing out through the front of your body so that you're tucking all the way down so that we get strength with length in our lower back. When I see a mistake I see a lot of people do with this exercise is they just lift straight up and down. Well, you're missing glutes with that, and you're missing, even if you squeeze your butt, you're just not going to get as much glute. You're also really missing out on lengthening the spine. And a big problem I see with a lot of athletes is a really flat lower back that doesn't have that flexibility to be able to curl on the way up and down in movement. So it's weakness in those muscles, and then that's how they end up with injuries in your back. All right, so we're going to tuck the pelvis, keep tucking all the way up, tucking all the way down. Notice if your weight is going out to the outside of your feet. That's a compensation pattern. Don't let that happen. Put weight through your big toe. Put weight through the entire foot. You'll feel a more even activation in the muscles of your legs. Okay, now we're going to do it just on one leg. Tucking the pelvis all the way up, tucking the pelvis all the way down. Squeeze your butt as you are lifting up. Squeeze your butt as you are lifting up. So tucking that pelvis all the way up and all the way down, keeping your knee in line with the second toe. Okay, switching sides, squeeze your butt, lift up. Squeeze your butt all the way up, all the way down. Make sure you're keeping that squeeze so we're getting a good glute activation here. Again, really emphasizing that pelvic tuck all the way up and all the way down. Good. All right, I want to go through some stretches with you guys. So, we're going to use here, grab, hold on a sec, hold that thought. All right, so there's tons and tons of ways to stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches for adductors and hamstrings. I like to put my foot up on something. Finish pointing straight up towards the sky. Okay, and I'm just going to sit into that stretch. You can imagine your femur, your thigh bone, sinking down into the hip socket there. I'm just going to take some deep breaths. You'll feel it stretching through here. Don't do it this way, because that's going to put strain on your MCL. You're looking at your knee. Don't want that. If you want, you can do some twisty movement. Turn that leg in and out. This is a good one to do if you're sitting at your computer, working for a while, and you get up and stretch. Pump that ankle up and down. Okay, we're going to switch sides. You want to hold the stretch for at least a minute. For really young athletes, you haven't had injuries, you haven't had a lot of trips around the sun to develop stiffness in the connective tissue. You have super young, pliable tissue. 30-second stretch is probably enough. In fact, your studies will show that it is enough. But for older athletes, let's say 30 plus, we want to do at least 1 minute. I'm going to hold that stretch for a minute. Now, if you've had a lot of injuries and you're in your 20s, then you might need to hold this stretch for a minute as well. The reason we need to hold it longer is for connective tissue, for the elastic component of the connective tissue to be engaged, we need to hold it for a minute or more. All right, so see how I'm putting my foot in and out? So we're just kind of, what we're doing there is we're loosening up the connective tissue around the sciatic nerve. And we can do some rotation. Hang out and breathe. The gap. Think of that femur sinking down into something. All right, let's stretch our quads. The standard. Probably done this one before. But we're working on balance with this as well. So hold on to something. I want you to think about keeping those hips shoved forward. And just working on your balance here. If you want, you can close your eyes and make it a little more challenging. I don't know, if you're like me, you probably don't like stretching very much. It's something that I avoided for most of my athletic career. Played soccer all my life until through college, and did track in high school and the first part of college. I love all kinds of active things right now. My thing I'm really into is surfing. So anyway, stretching is always been kind of an afterthought for me. But as I've gotten older, hopefully wiser, I've realized that it's important to maintain the ability that I want to have so that I can keep doing these things I love to do. The best time to stretch is after a workout when you're really warm. So dynamic stretches are best before the workout. Dynamic stretches are going to improve your dynamic flexibility, your flexibility and movement. And then these passive stretches, they also improve your flexibility and movement, but you have to sort of, after you stretch, you have to own that flexibility with strengthening. Or what I mean by after is stretch after the workout, getting some length, and you're doing it over a period of time. And that stretching, you usually have to do it like 5 times a week for a minute, whatever area you want to stretch, for about 6 weeks to really get some nice elongation. And during that whole time, you need to be strengthening within that process so that you can own that full flexibility. All right, so next stretch that I want to show you guys, we're going to do a little bit of a calf stretch and a hip flexor stretch. So you're going to be driving your heel towards the ground. Try to make sure your toes are pointing straight ahead. Pushing your hips forward. So you're going to get a little bit of a calf stretch. You're going to get a big hip flexor stretch with this. You can increase the stretch by rotating. You can rotate this way. Oh boy, that feels good. Squeeze your butt, get a better stretch through the muscles at the front of your body. What that does, squeezing your butt, it basically neurologically shuts off muscles so that they can elongate more. So I like to really do these. As long as it's not pinched into that, you're okay to do it with rotation. If you're feeling a pinch, then don't do the rotation. Wait till you get some better stability in your spinal stabilizers that's in the spot, and then you should have no problem. My right ankle's a little stiffer from collar injury, so I definitely feel it attack here. Okay, and we're just pushing those hips forward, feel that stretch, squeeze your butt. Get a little bit more out of that. Just kind of sit back into it. Feel that stretch all the way from heel to hip and the calf. Add a little rotation if you want. I like to do about 3 breaths. Come back, like 3 sets. Squeezing your butt as you reach. You're going to feel so good going into your day. I love getting a workout in before I go to work. I just have such a better day. I think so much more clearly, feel better. My muscles are on, ready to support me in my chair as I'm sitting at my desk or sitting at the treatment table working on somebody, or I'm standing, doing either of those things. Which brings up the point, don't sit the whole day. It's very important. Also, don't stand the whole day. Mix it up. About 50% of the time between sitting, standing, and it's best to alternate about every 45 minutes, at the most 30 to 45 minutes to alternate. If you need help setting up your workstation, be happy to help. Reach out. We have some resources for you, and I'd be happy to work specifically. You can give, have somebody take pictures of you at your station, and then I'll analyze it and tell you what you could do different. So many times people have back pain, neck pain, wrist pain, pain in their hand, and it's something that could easily be fixed simply by addressing the ergonomics of their workstation. Literally, someone will come in saying, I think I need physical therapy, and it looks like it's bad. We fixed their workstation, and that's all they needed. And they don't need to keep seeing you for physical therapy. They just needed to fix the workstation, have an expert take them through what it should look like and what exactly it needs to be for them. So keep that in mind. The workstation may be causing a lot of your problems. All right, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Looks like our time is finished. And so I am going to end the stream here. See you guys in the next class. We do have a ease, pain, and stiffness class that will be live on YouTube at 2:30 this afternoon. I'll be teaching. Hope to see some of you guys there. And I'm going to go right now, but I'm going to stay on with my YouTube crew so to answer any questions they might have. And I will look forward to seeing you later. All right. Bye, YouTube.